Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we have another radio to unbox and review. The Baofeng guys were kind enough to send me another unit. This radio is the UV25, also known as the Beast, and it's known for the size of it. Let's see what's in the box. Alright. The manual, of course. Don't throw it away. A lot of useful information in here can help you with the menu system. Two antennas. One of them is the tactical one, the classic metric tape one. Unfolds here. Okay. I always like those antennas because they seem indestructible, although I'm not quite sure about that. Perfect. A gooseneck antenna. Also known for use in tactical radios like this one. It's supposed to be more sensitive than the metric tape one. By a bit. I haven't tested, but I have to say it looks nice, and the fact that it bends and you can store it away or have it on you like this, it's a plus. Okay. And this is the Beast. Check out this battery. Okay, we have 5200 milliamperes, 8.4 volts. I mean, this thing with normal use can easily take you 2 days. Here there are screws to keep it on the radio. We'll see that in a while. There's no clip-on system in this size of battery, and which feels normal, of course. Okay. Okay. One of the biggest handheld radios I have seen. I mean, this reminds me of the old Motorola's. I'm sure you guys know what I mean about it. It is huge. Okay, let's see here, model UV25, as I said, frequencies 144 to 146 MHz, 430 to 440, we'll see that there are more in reception. This is the European version, it's not the US one, so if you guys worrying about FCC or stuff like that, sorry, we don't have that here, but it's kind of tuned to slightly different frequencies. Okay, we have a speakerphone, headphone, okay, charging cable, USB-C. As I said before in other videos, finally, guys, finally, we want USB-C. A charger, and that's it. Okay, I'll continue in a bit to assemble the radio.
A few moments later.
Okay, let's put the battery on. As I said before, there's no clip-on system in this type of batteries. It's better because you have to be sure that this thing won't fall down, and if it falls, that battery won't get off. So you just put it here, and you have two screws on the bottom. Perfect. Okay, I mean, this is the kind of thing that you can say, is this a radio in your pocket, or you're just happy to see me? I don't know what to say. let me check something. Yes, this is my wife's scale from the kitchen. It's a kind of nice contrast, don't you think? The camouflage radio with the pink scale. And there you have it, 590 grams, almost 600 grams. It's more than half a kilo. I don't know what to say. You're definitely gonna need a backpack to carry this all day. Okay, scale is off. Just put the gooseneck antenna on. Power on knob is protected, as you can see. LED light. This feels nice. It's aluminum from what I can see, with the metal protector here. A very good addition. And here we have the classic buttons. We'll see the function of them in a while. Kenwood connector, classic, 2 pins. Okay, here we are. If you guys have seen the other Baofeng radios like the 5RM, you will notice that essentially it is the same. The screen is the same, the menu system is the same. Just the outside is much bigger, much heavier, and hopefully much tougher. Okay, let's check the menu system and see what we have here. Alright, so I have a frequency up in the VFO. And we're already receiving airband. This is Athens arrivals. Athens International Airport in Greece. As you can see, I can receive it relatively clearly. I'm inside the house at the moment and it's just fine. This button here, the red one, changes from the two channels because we have a dual watch radio, of course.
November 950 Charlie Mike, γεια σας, Cosmo 137, proceed director from Victor 422, descend to 4000 feet, direction 020, clear, basic 30 to left, keep the speed, clear to 4000 feet, direction 020.
And with the green home button here, we go into the menu system, which appears here at the bottom. We have Squelch, this is the version, firmware 006, hardware 01. I think it's a very common one from what I have seen online. It's not upgradable, unfortunately. We can't change that. Maybe in the future Baofeng will release something, but at the moment we can't do anything about it. Scramble function. There is a scramble function in this radio, at least in the version that I have in my hands. It's not in a hidden menu, it's in the main menu. Also a good thing to have it at hand. Stopwatch. This is just to have a stopwatch in your radio. I don't know, maybe some people need it to measure things. Okay. Power on password. I haven't activated this one. From what I have seen in the menu, there's no way to change whatever password is set in the radio. I believe that is a series of zeros, but I haven't tested it at the moment. Okay, reset. I think I'm going backwards in the menu. Voice pre. This is the hopping function that I have talked about in another video in the UVK6 of Baofeng. It's something you have to have two similar radios for it to work, not from different manufacturers or brands. power on message, logo or voltage of the battery. This is also one of the radios that lets you change the boot up logo. We'll see that later when I connect it to the PC. But at the moment I have it in voltage, so when I power up I can see the status of my battery. Vox delay, menu exit time, it's at 60 seconds. Tone, Roger, beep, we have it off. Okay, this is tail elimination. Alarm mode. Yeah, as I said, we don't need it. I don't need it. I usually put it on site or off. Delete channels. This is how you program the radio from here. Memory channels, offset, auto lock of the keyboard. Okay, this is what we have on display, name or frequency in channel mode. PTT ID, DTMF, language, voice, yes, we'll keep that to off. CDCSS save mode, scan. Alright. Timeout timer, beep prompt, ABR. This is the background light. I'll just leave it to on at the moment. Wide narrow, Vox, battery save, TX power. I didn't say that before, but I haven't said all the specifications of this radio. 3 power modes, high, medium and low. The high, about 10 to 11 watts in VHF and 7 to 8 watts in UHF. One of the highest rated handheld radios I have. If you have the classic Baofeng, the UV5R, it's well known, and it's a 5 watt radio almost. I mean, it's 4 to 5 watt radio. This is twice the size, maybe 3 times the weight, and twice the wattage power. It's the thing you have in your backpack if you're going hiking and you just want to be sure that it won't be out of battery and range. As you can see here, the power, low, middle and high. I won't read the translation of the Chinese menu again, sorry guys. Step and squelch, we're back to the beginning. So, the classic buttons, PTT here, FM radio, FM radio reception, long press, it opens this, the long press, it opens the squelch. Okay, the lower button here, it's the flashlight, as you can see. If I press it one more time, it will start blinking. That's not the alarm function. And off. If I keep the lower button pressed, it will start the alarm function. As you can see, it blinks, and also the transmit LED is illuminated. But at the moment we're not transmitting. And one of the most useful buttons here, this one up of the PTT button. If you're in US, this is the NOAA channels, the weather report. Here in Europe we don't have them. We don't. There's no transmission in those channels. But this button here. Okay, I'll continue to that. Before I continue, dear manufacturers, dear Baofeng, give the European users a way to change those settings. I mean, I could put the PMR frequencies here. It's nice, but in Europe we don't use NOAA. Unfortunately, maybe, but we don't. There are other weather channels per country. So, let's see what else this button does. So, with a short press, it opens the NOAA channels, as I already said. With a long press, it starts the scanning function for unknown frequencies. So, at the moment, we are in UHF. This here changes from the hashtag button. It has this Z arrow symbol, and if I press it, it changes to VHF 200, 350, and again to UHF. So at the moment it's scanning for a UHF frequency that transmits in the area. If I go to another radio, I have one beside me here, and start transmitting, it found the frequency, and also it tells me that I don't have a CTSS tone in the radio that was transmitting. Okay, let's try this one more time. Okay, we exit here, long press the upper button of the PTT, it starts searching. Let's try another frequency. Perfect. As you can see here, it found the new frequency and the CTSS tone that I have set to it. Relatively quick, I mean in a few seconds. So this button here, super handy. Okay, we go out of the menu, let's do a scan. Again, we're receiving Athens International Airport here in Greece. And using this button, the hashtag, the Z arrow, it will start. Oh, that's a frequency scan because I'm in the upper bank. Okay, let's go in the channels. I have already put some channel memories in here. I'll show you later how to do this when I connect it to the PC, and let's do a scan here to see what we'll see in the area. That was noise in the PMR1 channel. Okay, these are some repeaters in the area, not very close, but okay, and let's see the reception on that thing. I'm sure it's going to be fine. I can't test it outside at the moment, but I can go outside and leave this here to record, so you can hear me talking from this.
Okay, this is Sierra Yankee 1, Echo Bravo Echo, test 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3. Again, this is Sierra Yankee 1, Echo Bravo Echo, test 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I'm back. I hope you heard it. Okay, now I'm gonna hook this up to the PC and see how we can program this beast.
More moments later.
Okay guys, I'm back. I have connected the UV25, the Baofeng beast, to the laptop, and let's see what we can do to program this thing. We have two options. The CPS from Baofeng, I will put a link in the description of the video, as well for the manual also, the PDF, and also Chirp, which most of us prefer, but it has some small problems with this radio. Let's check it out to see. Now, this is for this version of Chirp, what I'm reporting. I guess it will be fixed in the future. You have to remember that Chirp is a community effort. So for this version, 2024-1129, These are the problems that I have noticed. Okay, let's download the settings from the radio to see what we can get. Now, we have a few options for connecting this radio to chirp. Okay, of course we select our COM port, Baofeng, and here we have a UV25 in the menu. It also works with this radio here, UV17 Pro, not the other UV17s, not the plain one, not the Pro GPS or the Plus, just this one, UV17 Pro. Of course, as I said before, UV25, and the 5RM that is here at the top of the list. Let's check first this option, the UV25, which would be the normal thing to do. Okay, I have connected the radio and we're downloading the settings. Perfect. As you can see, it took all the settings from the radio that I had already installed. Here are the memories. You have to know your way around chirp. It's nothing big, no big deal, but this is not the video to explain it. And we have the tabs here. Forget about this tab. It doesn't work in this radio. It has no point. We all need the memories and the settings tab. Here we have the basic settings. Everything that is in the menu is here. You can change it and upload it back to the radio to your preferences. The thing here that I said that doesn't function as it should is the power. Maybe it has to do with the US and the EU versions, I don't know, but if you download the settings from the UV25 using UV25 option in chirp, you get only two power settings, high and low, which is not correct. So I'm going to download again from the radio, but this time using the 5RM option, which is not this radio, of course, but it works. And as you can see, we have again everything downloaded. Here we are in the 5RM model, but connected to the UV25, the Beast. And now in power we have three options, high, low, medium. Maybe the guys at chirp should fix that, or whoever is doing this driver's development. It should be fixed, I guess. So we have our memories. You can use this configuration to use your radio with chirp. I have done it. It works fine. So we have here the memories, and we go to the settings tab. Again, all the settings from the menu are here. You can change whatever you want to your liking. For instance, now I'm going to change the power on display menu just to show you the logo that I said before. So this is the battery voltage, and I will change it to logo, but I can't change the logo from within chirp. I will use the CPS of Baofeng to do that. So we have changed this, and now we're going to upload the settings to the radio again using the 5RM option, as I said before. And you just saw that it booted with power on logo with my name and call sign, which can be changed from the CPS of Baofeng. Let's see where this setting is. This is the CPS of Baofeng. Let's connect this to the radio also. Okay, and we do a read. Okay, again we downloaded all the channels and the memories, and if we go here in tools, we have the option of power on picture. As I have shown in another radio, you have to prepare an image of 160 by 128 pixels. Okay, let's see, for instance this one. The COM port is already selected since we downloaded the information from the radio and you press import. It will be uploaded and displayed when you power on your radio. Right, so what I have to say in conclusion, it's a great radio. It's very big, it's heavy, it's about 600 grams, more than half a kilo. You have to use your backpack to carry this thing all day, but it has 10 to 11 watts output power in VHF, 7 to 8 in UHF. You get a long range from this radio, and also it has a 5200 milliamp battery, which will give you at least 2 days with normal usage, maybe more. So it's a great radio. It's a radio for outdoor adventures. So I'm really happy to have this one. I'm going to use it for long range communication. Thank you again for watching this video. If you liked it, press like and subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.